We're looking live at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium, where it's a must-win for these Cleveland Browns, leading 7-0 here, entering the late phases of the first quarter, and they're stuck as soon as we join. So we're going to jump right into the technical difficulty screens. We'll be back. we're back. It looks like we have the game on. So good news there. It's tied at 7 now, which is good news for the Raiders, as Pittsburgh scored on that last drive. How did they score, you might ask? Let's take a look. Gunner scores from 29 yards out. And now Cleveland might be lining up to punt. So the Steelers getting the ball back here. It's going to go into the end zone, I believe. 59 yards out, yeah. So Pittsburgh takes over. First and 10 as we begin the second quarter, tied at 7. Blocking back formation for Pitt. And just to make sure everyone's on the same page here, Cleveland wins and they're in. And if they lose, the Raiders, because they beat the Chiefs last night, are in. So it's one or the other. Pittsburgh does not have a way to get in the playoffs. They can only play spoiler here against their in-division rival, the Cleveland Browns. Browns had a chance to clinch last week, could not get the win over Washington, which has led to the drama tonight. Flat pass. Johnson just double teamed. Nice call by Dan. And that brings up a third down. Let's take a look at the injuries. Schwartz and Bryan are out for the Browns. Levi Wallace is out for this half for the Steelers. Third down and 6 now for the somewhat challenged card of Kenny Pickett, his rookie card. Not sure next year is going to be that much better. Maybe a tick or two. Against this strong defense from Cleveland. You see Myles Garrett is up against a 5. So we await the Pittsburgh play call. It's an end run. Warren just going to get 3. 4th and 3. And we'll see the punt unit for the Steelers. Harvin's punt goes 45 yards. Peoples-Jones has a touchdown on 3. There's a possible penalty. It's a 2. There's an offside against Pittsburgh. And I think you're going to punt it again with that 3 lingering there. You want to make them punt again. And indeed, punt unit comes back on the field. And it's just a 34-yard punt now. Again to Peoples-Jones. Oh, he's the 4. Oh, my. Dancing and prancing around the touchdown. Teasing the Cleveland Brown coach. Oh, my. But nonetheless, very good field position at the 44-yard line. The Browns start out tied at 7 here. 12:54 left. Jeez. It's a flat pass to Chubb. Nobody's home. Probably a chance of a sack here if the D-die shows up. I don't have the percentages up at the moment. Let's see if we get our roll here. We do, but it's a 23-yard gain. Add 15 on top of it. It's going to put Cleveland into the red zone. The D-die did not come up, of course. The X-die did. And it worked out well for the Browns. 1st and 10. No blitzing 3-4. Minka Fitzpatrick, a force in terms of safety blitzing. Looking pass. Man is there. Guessed wrong. Going to get 6. Couldn't get help on the yak. 2nd and 4. Minka's so strong because he's a 6'6", so you put him up on the line, he's bringing you some great run support, and it also serves the purpose of blitzing. It's a pretty powerful tool to have a 6 running free safety. I sort of go out of my way to find them in draft leagues, because I do like to blitz. Second, fourth, and 12. It's a guest right run, men in zone. So good call here from Coach Pete Sibley, and it's a loss of 1 as a result. 3rd and 5. Pushes Cleveland back, where contain is going to be on here from the 13. Brissett, a good flat passing quarterback. Cleveland, not afraid to use it, but facing a 3-4 here. Good linebackers everywhere you look, can all contain well, especially TJ Watt. Not blitzing here, curiously, but 3rd and 5, I can see why. You might want to use that free safety Mink in other spots. Short pass Peoples-Jones. Cam Hayward bringing some pressure. Will he get home? Probably not. Let's see. He does not. It's a completion, 11 yards to the 2-yard line. Big 3rd down conversion for Cleveland there. 1st and goal from the 2. Full house backfield. A blitzing 3-4. Linebacker, Chubb, gets strong. Men are there. Goes to Chubb's guard, touchdown. No penalty on the play. 13-7 Cleveland. Katie York going to try the extra point. And he missed one last game. And he misses today. 13-7. Touchback. And a little moral victory there for Pittsburgh, as they take over now with 10:48 left in this first half. Linebacker, Najee Harris. And he's going to get 20 up the middle. Najee is a sneaky good card. Does work there on the defensive side. Najee should have a pretty decent card next year for Coach Pete. He really came on in the second half of the year. And then Jalen Warren also increased his game. It should be a pretty decent running attack. Looking past Freiermuth. He's doubled up. Incomplete. Nice call. Coach Dan, 2nd and 10. Nailing those double teams early. Pull up some stats for us here. I didn't have my dossiers ready for the broadcast tonight. I did yesterday, 3rd and 4. But I'll pull them up. Warren in the backfield. Najee pretty good from like 1 to 3 yards, but yeah, you probably want Warren with 4 yards to go. It's an off tackle. Nobody's home. 6 yards. Called short yardage, but left the right side open. And just picked the wrong hole. But it would have been 6 yards anyway. 0 or 1 man. 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh at the Cleveland 43. Warren stays in the game. Sims is your wide receiver looking past Warren. He's going to get 5. Good pass rush coming on that flat pass, it looked like. But couldn't get the D-die. 2nd and 5. Pittsburgh comes into the game much more balanced attack than we saw from them last year, where they were very heavy small ball. This year, just ranking 10th in small ball at 76% run or flat pass calls on offense. Definitely was top 5, maybe number 1 last year in small ball, right up toward the top. Short pass, Deontay Johnson. Incomplete, no flag down, and it's a 3rd and 5. Flat pass, Deontay Johnson. Gets 4, 4th and 1 from the 34. This is a spot where you go for it. Pete has the 9th most 4th down conversion attempts so far this year, 19th in conversion percentage on 4th down. I don't have Cleveland stats at the ready on the other side, but they get the stop here. Incomplete on the card of Cleveland's flat pass. 1st and 10. Cleveland takes over. So huge play there for Cleveland. Now nursing a 6-point lead. Going to try to turn it into a 2-score lead here on this drive. Too tight. Long pass. Guessed wrong. Opportunity here. Peoples-Jones. Nobody's back there. Incomplete on Peoples-Jones' card. Oh, my opportunity indeed. But could not find the number. Dan has to be frustrated with that one. 2nd and 10. And they could be stuck. Doesn't look like they are. I think we have a flat pass coming. Yeah, Dan was just pouring some bourbon. Incomplete. Now 3rd and 10. That would make Dan the 2nd coach in the USFFL. I know that likes to drink bourbon while playing. The other being our coach from the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3rd and long. Hunt not likely to pick up a 3rd and 10. It stays too tight, invites a lot of double teaming when you stay too tight here against a nickel, but he goes 3-4, so not going to get the extra safety to double. Pittsburgh, the 9th highest double team calls, 401 coming into this week. But 21st in success. It's a looking pass to Hunt. The man is there, so well covered. Needs a 6, really. Gets a 2 on that white die, so just 4 yards. 4th and 6 now for Cleveland. And they'll punt it away. Punt goes to the 13-yard line. Steven Sims is there. He goes for 16 on the 8 roll. Coverage not so tight for the Browns. 1st and 10 now, out to the 29-yard line. 5:24 left. Najee Harris back in this too tight set. It's Gentry and Freiermuth. So Freiermuth picks up the 4 coverage out of the right outside linebacker. Najee's most effective run, you can really go to all 3 zones. Long pass Pickens, and we have a holding against Pittsburgh. So starts out 1st and 20. You see that fearsome pass rush there. 98% for Garrett against Najee Harris on the long pass. 100% versus the left tackle in that situation, but avoids the sack, but does not avoid the penalty. 1st and 20. Jalen Warren in on these 1st and longs. Pittsburgh is 4th in the league in small ball, and they go small ball again here. Incomplete. Once again, getting to the Cleveland defensive one-man in zone card, where it falls incomplete. 2nd and long. This is where Pittsburgh is 2nd in the league in running, 10th, though, in long passing. Always like seeing those barbells and tendencies. When you can get those barbells in, it's a run or long pass, it's difficult for the defense to load up against the run. It's a flat pass. Freiermuth. Can he get the 6? Needs it. Doesn't get the 6, but still gets 9 yards anyway. It's 3rd and 11. We'll take a look at Pickett's card here. Let's see how many plus 10s he has in his short pass arsenal. He has one right there. His double team is just 10 yards, so only picks up the 1st down via completion on a 4. Must running, however, he's 2 through 5. Pittsburgh leads the league in flat passing here, goes deep and gets sacked. Clowney in for the sack. Pittsburgh goes backwards on the drive thanks to that sack and the penalty. 4th and 17. We'll punt away with 3:54 left in the first half. Demetric Felton goes for 7 yards on the return. Cleveland starts out at the 32. Too tight formation for Chubb. It's a flat pass with nobody home. Guess wrong. Gets 10 yards. And run guessed right to Chubb is going to lose a yard. Yeah. Blocking back came up, went the defensive card, probably where he wanted it to go, but hits the 12, 2nd and 11. Clock down to 2:24 in the half. Cleveland moving into good punting position here. Long pass. Guessed right. Nobody back there. Not much of a pass rush coming. It's a long gain. It's a touchdown. Hits the 2. Brissett's guard. And then the 12 on the long gain column. Wow. 19-7 Cleveland. The extra point is good. It's 20-7. Touchback here would prevent the clock from ticking and keep the. It does not get the touchback. So we go to it's a wasted 2-minute warning for Pittsburgh. Out to their own 21, now down 13 points. Starts out with an end run to Warren, who's just going to get 3. 2nd and 7. Did get out of bounds. Oh, could not get out of bounds and goes hurry up here. 137 left. Back to Warren, gets 6 yards. Freiermuth out for the rest of the game. That will change some of the formation decisions, perhaps, for the Steelers. 3rd and 1. Cleveland with all 3 timeouts. Long pass. Deontay Johnson, 2 men back there. Nicely done. He's flushed, however, and is going to get 6 yards and get that first down. Does not look like he went out of bounds. So might be using a timeout here. Decides to go hurry up instead with Connor Hayward in. And you see his stats there as your second tight end in this 2 tight set. Cleveland now going nickel. Back to Pickens. He's doubled up. It's incomplete. Is that right? No completions? Double teamed on Pickett's card? I don't know that I've seen that before. Maybe I have. But none? Huh. 2 yards there on 2nd down. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Let's see what Pittsburgh does with the clock. Lets it run to 37 seconds. Looking past Najee Harris, going to get 8 yards. That's good enough for a first down. Now Pittsburgh will have to burn a timeout. They're first with 30 seconds left. So they have a number of ticks here to work with 2 timeouts. The Browns move to the dime. As we wait the play call, Dan Morin saying he's a bad lineup. Might be calling a timeout here. Might not be. We'll find out. Maybe. Not sure what he did about it, but an event incomplete, 2nd and 10. Flat pass. Warren gets 5 out of bounds with 15 seconds left and 2 timeouts. So the Steelers will get 3 plays if they can get this first down for sure. That means 2 plays to get into field goal range here. Not sure of the leg of the kicker. We'll find out soon enough, perhaps. Looking past. Nobody home. Deontay Johnson gets 13. Timeout's going to be called. With your timeouts, you had to be aware there that looking past was certainly an option. But gets through to 36. Certainly some sort of field goal range now for the Steelers. A couple yards away from an upgrade. Good out to the 42, yeah. Plenty of leg. So very much in field goal range now. Going to just try to get a few from Najee, and gets a lot. Yeah, 17. So looks like 3 points are going to go on the board here for the Steelers unless something goes wrong here from Boswell. From 36 yards, his kick closes the half with a successful field goal, barely on the 9-yard. 20-10 at the half. Pittsburgh's ball to start the third. And a short break for Peter. We'll take the break with him, print out some dossiers here, and we'll be back. quarter has begun, and the Steelers face a 3rd and 2 now from their own 37, down 20-10. And it's Snell in the backfield here. It's a looking pass. Incomplete. Hayward coming in for the injured Fryermuth could not make the play. 4th and 2. "63 yards from the goal line. Here's Harvin. And it will be at the 18-yard line for Peoples-Jones, looking for that 3. Gets it this time. Touchdown. He has a 2. He had then a 4, and now a 3. And the Browns must be feeling some playoff fever after that dramatic touchdown punt return from Peoples-Jones. York hits the extra point. It's 27-10 with 13-12 left here in the third quarter. The Steelers start out from their own 24. Big hill to climb now. Down 17 points, plenty of time. Off tackle, start with Najee, going to get 16. Thanks to the boxes. 1st and 10, out to the 40-yard line. Najee running well. Pickens is double teamed here, but gets 10 yards anyway. 1st and 10 up to the midfield stripe. Steelers on the move. If Cleveland wins, I believe they land the 6th seed. And if they lose, the Raiders would end up in the 7th seed. The Broncos would end up in 6. And in that Cleveland scenario, the Broncos would end up with the final wild card spot and would face the Chiefs. End run. Najee just gets 3 again, finding that 6 on the defensive card a few times now on the end run. $10 yards here, but limited due to the low carry rule. Still gets 5. Off tackle, loss of 1, guessed right, 4th and 3. Steelers will go. And yeah, you see Harris here. Cleveland made a big stop on the 4th down earlier. Come into the game 15th in conversion percentage on 4th down defense. In the middle of the league. Can they get another one? Going 3-3-5. It's an off tackle. Najee Harris picks it up. Critical 1st down conversion for the Steelers. Now into scoring range at the 37. Short pass, Hayward. There'll be a flag. False start, 1st and 15 now. Stays too tight with Warren this time. Doesn't seem to be many people watching tonight, which is a bit of a surprise. We'd expect to see at least the Raiders coach, if he was around, watching. I see our commissioner's also offline. Short pass, Zach Gentry, incomplete. Second and 15. Short pass, Najee Harris. He's double teamed, and the pass rush comes. Miles Garrett gets home because Najee vacated and made an auto sack. It was 90% anyway. 3rd and 20 now, out of field goal range. Big play there from Miles Garrett. Just a gain of 4 on 3rd. It's going to lead to a punt, which is just going to go for 16 to the 16-yard line. Pretty good coffin corner positioning, but did not work out all that well for the Steelers. And now the Browns can try to put this game pretty much away here. Long pass, Peoples-Jones trying to do it in one sweep. Doesn't get it. But 7 yards on the must run, 2nd and 3. Looking past, Peoples-Jones gets wrong again. Big 8 yards, 10. So, I don't know if it's just me or it seems like Cleveland is passing a bit more today. Yeah, 18 to 12. Probably the calls are more in line at 20 to 10. Another short pass picks up 11. So Cleveland crossing up tendencies in this last game. Came into the league last in short pass. Came into the game last in short pass attempts, at 12% of their calls being short passes. Linebuck Chubb here loses a yard, 2nd and 11. When attacking this Pittsburgh defense, we see that the Steelers face the 6th highest amount of long pass attempts, registering at 8%. And there is one right on cue, incomplete, 3rd and 11. 23rd in facing the run at just 38% of the time. Teams like to call linebucks against these Steelers, 6th highest in the league at 41%. Now on this 3rd and 11, with Chubb in the backfield, you know the tendency here is to run, not that it's the majority of the calls, but 3rd highest rate in the league. Goes past Cooper, looking short, can't get it, no penalty, and Cleveland's going to punt away 57 yards out. Coffin corner. Ends up going 40 yards. 1st and 10. Do the Steelers have some sort of return threat there to draw that coffin corner? Don't know the team all that well. Take a look here. No. Short pass, Deontay Johnson. He's not doubled up. Flushed. Incomplete. Connor Hayward again being tested 2nd time, and this time does not come through again. 2nd and 10. Short pass, Gentry. Sack possibilities are real. Flushed again, looking for the defensive card. Doesn't get it. So just 3 yards, 3rd and 7. Short pass, Steven Sims. And the sack comes home. It's Myles Garrett again. 5-yard loss. 3 minutes left, third quarter. Probably a pretty important drive coming up for Cleveland. Peoples-Jones, 51 yards out. Can he do it again? No, fair catch. If he can get a touchdown here, then you might see Cleveland start to bring in the subs. If they do bring in the subs, we'll probably discontinue the broadcast at that time. But we're a long pass to Njoku away from that happening. It's incomplete, guessed wrong. 2nd and 10. I think that's what's on Dan's mind here with these long passes that we're seeing. Get a quick score, get these guys off the field, and get ready for the playoffs. And there's another long pass. Peoples-Jones, 22-yard run for Brissett. I don't think he pulls him at 30-10. I think he does pull him at 34-10. So, you might even see him go for it on a 4th down if it comes to it. Probably worthwhile to consider that. Oh, maybe not. Not when a playoff spot's on the line. But boy, that touchdown could save you an injury. Flat pass against short yardage. Going to get 9. 3rd and 1. Full house backfield. Not a huge fan of a short pass here just because it puts you at the 8. I don't like starting 1st and goal at the 8 or 9 if I can help it. Yeah, linebacker Brissett. He can't get it. Now we're going to test Dan's will here. 4th and 1 from the 18. He's going to not hesitate and bring in the full house backfield here. It's a team that was 6th in the league in 4th down attempts. Just 20th, however, in conversion percentage. On defense, we're looking at the number 3 team in the league on stopping 4th down. Short yardage for Chubb. Does he get it? He does not! Hope in Vegas. Can Pittsburgh find 17 points here in this 4th quarter? Too tight. Guessed right to Harris. He's going to get 16. Boxes again. Harris now up to 98 yards on 12 carries. Looking pass gets 13 to Najee. Up to the 48. Flat pass Gentry. Going to find some yards if there's no penalty, but there's an offside against Cleveland. It'll be declined. 17 yards. And this team is on the move up to the 35-yard line. Needs 3 scores. Last time came up here, Myles Garrett came up with a big sack. I imagine that sits on the mind of Coach Peter Sibley. Knowing he needs points here, really no choice. You need to get at least some points on this drive. It's an end run. 42 yards. Just go for 31. Najee would have gotten in the end zone with his long of 36. Instead, it's 1st and goal at the 4. wouldn't think Najee would be the guy to get you more yards than Jalen Warren in such a situation, but it's true. That was the difference between a touchdown or not here. Instead, it's a first and goal. Pittsburgh is a passer on first down generally, but I don't know. Facing this pass rush, we'll see if he breaks tendency. He does not. It's incomplete on a guessed wrong short pass. Always frustrating for all of us. Get that short pass guessed wrong at the goal line and falls incomplete. Second down. Najee has a nice end run as well, guessed wrong. Goes short pass. Hayward is going to get a pass interference call as the 4 made the play in the end zone. So it's first and goal from the 1. Taki prevents the touchdown, but first down is generated nonetheless. Short pass again. This time, with possible penalty, is waved off. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And we have a game here, 27-16. Boswell on for the extra point. He's going to kick it. And that kick is good. 27-17, 12 minutes left. Things have turned quickly, although we're just like a DEFCON 3 sort of situation here because not a one-score game. Cleveland was looking at the possibility of pulling its starters. Now is fighting for its life a little bit after the failed fourth down conversion, and Pittsburgh turning right around and scoring. First and 10 at the 26. Cleveland needs first downs. Flat pass, Cooper. Nobody's home. Gets 13. First down. Be interesting to see if we see a long pass on this drive. Like we saw in the last drive. He's playing with house money before. Not so much now. It's an end run. It's guessed wrong. Chubb's going to get 6. Second and 4. Long pass. Guessed wrong. It's the 37-yard catch. Peoples-Jones to the 18. Once again, the touchdown field goal impact is very important for different reasons now. Just to secure the win, you'd feel a lot better with 7 points and getting back to a 3-score game. Too tight. 2 men there on the look-in. Avoids the INT barely. Oh, my. And Brissett hits his interception split, but the 4-roll prevents the INT on the 2-3 split. Short pass, 3 men in zone. This time, a must run for 7. 3rd and 3 from the 11-yard line. Cleveland a big runner traditionally in these situations, but shows 3 wide here. Not afraid to run out of it. Looking past. 2 men are there. It's complete anyway, but it actually, technically, is incomplete. The loss of 1 with no yak means incomplete on the look-in. Cade York on for a critical field goal here. He's been shaky lately, but hits. And it's a 30-17 game. And Pittsburgh needs to find 2 touchdowns here in the last 8:24. Not the defensive drive Pittsburgh was hoping for, or Las Vegas for that matter. Ate up some clock and got 3 points. 3 wide versus a nickel. Looking pass, Jalen Warren gets 5 yards. 2nd and 5. Too tight this time with Najee against the nickel. Off tackle. The right call, but Gentry could not make the block. Just 2 yards, 3rd and 3. 2 down territory here for Pittsburgh as we've crossed the halfway point of this 4th quarter. Warren in the backfield with 3 yards to go. End run Warren. Gets 5. No penalty. 1st and 10. Looks like Cleveland content to let the clock run a little bit here. What will Pittsburgh do? I would say you'd feed Najee. And he does. And he gets a short gain. He's going to get 17? Yeah, 17. Avoids the double boxes, which would have been 27. It's 1st and 10 to the 49-yard line. Clock down to 6:18. Flat pass. Not double teamed. Going to get about, going to get 13 yards here. A decent yak reading comes in for Deontay Johnson. Long pass. 2 men are back there. Interception might end it. Instead gets the flush. 6 yards. Very much prevent style defense from Cleveland here. 5:42 left. Second and 4. From the Cleveland 32. Najee Harris in the backfield. It's a short pass. Guessed wrong. Going to get 10 yards. On the defensive card, up to the 22. Clock down to 5:06. Now Cleveland chose a 4-3 here as we near the red zone. Flat pass. Man is there. Over to Najee. Gets the 5, 12 yards to the 10. And gets that magical 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 10. Options are here for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, middle of the pack and red zone efficiency on offense. Cleveland, middle of the pack on red zone efficiency for the defense. Flat pass is available. Gotta take advantage of being at the 10. If you run it, I'd run a draw if you're going to run it. You don't want that 9-yard line. I'd rather lose a yard. Looking pass. Looking for the 6. Hunting that 6. Doesn't get it, but it's enough on the yak. Touchdown. Jalen Warren is in. And we have a 1-score game for sure. Can Boswell make it a 6-point game? He does on the 11 roll. Would have been no good for York. That's where York's misses came from. Kick off straight away here. 1 yard deep for Jerome Ford. He can roll the clock with a return. Decides not to. Out to the 25. 4:12 left. Here we go. Doesn't really get exciting until you get a first down stop. And he's double teaming Peoples-Jones, incomplete. Chance for a pick. Would have been a pick, I believe, on Brissett's card. 2nd and 10. Now we get to something a little more interesting here. Cleveland been passing way out of tendency so far today. Typically a run spot for him right here. Now with 3:54 left in the game and a punt being not something you want. Does he go back to his tendencies or does he stick with his cross-ups? Brissett, a good flat passer as well. Interesting not to see the blitz here. Don't really mind a sniper. It'd be so bad to get Minka into a zone here. Waiting the play call. What do we have? Please don't be stuck. We wait. And wait some more. Come on. Are we stuck? Could it be? Oh. Important call like this, you assume that maybe they're taking their time, changing their mind, changing it back again. Well, at this point, I'm guessing we're stuck. No communication from anybody. That's always lovely. Really would not like to miss this play if it's running. Oh, there's a new number. Let's hurry up and get back over here. Didn't miss anything. Good news. Same formations. Long pass, Peoples-Jones. Nobody back there guessed right. He's flushed. Needs 10. Gets 8. 3rd and 2. Successful play for Cleveland. With 3:18 left, clock runs. Now we face a 3rd and 2. It's 13th in the league in defensive third downs. Cleveland 11th on the offensive side. 2nd league in running, 6th in long passing. Has some barbells here. I might call pass and bring the house, but it's not a safety blitz on. Even in a flat pass situation, you might get a sack in that situation, but see. At this point, I assume we're stuck again. Yep. Dear me. I see Dan typing, so we're going to assume it's stuck. Do we have another game number or not? I mean, or let's. All right, I'm trying to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, we're not. Okay. These guys a second to join on their side. We'll give them 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also a combination on my luggage. Okay, here we go. Okay, we flipped sides somehow on this 3rd and 2. Huh. Not usual. But I guess it's right. Okay. Cleveland's heading upfield. I suppose. Flat pass. Njoku looking for 2. He gets 11. First down. Gets the 6, but lands on receiver. Njoku gets it done. 1st and 10 up to the 44. And now Pittsburgh is on life support. Out to the 44. Flat pass. Njoku. He's double teamed. Looking for the pick. Doesn't get it. 2nd and 10. Nice call there from Coach Sibley. Clock stops at 2:24. Really nice call. Nicely done. Flat pass, however, on 2nd down, gets a 1st down. And now we are 1 first down away from ending this. First and 10. Long pass, Peoples-Jones. It's guessed right. He gets 42. Is there a penalty? There is. It's a mandatory penalty. First and 15. Celebration delayed in Cleveland. And now 15 yards to get now. A little bit tougher. Pittsburgh will save a timeout here with 2-minute warning. First things first, they have to successfully stop Pittsburgh here from gaining 15 yards. We are a Chubb short gain away from ending this. It's an off tackle to Chubb. So men are in zone. Whose card does it go to? It goes to the defensive card, loss of 2. And that brings us to the warning, 2nd and 17. 2 very nice calls by Coach Sibley. That one was a hedge on the run with the linebackers on the guess of a pass. Pays off. Back to midfield. It's an off-tackle draw. Nobody's home for Chubb. He gets 9 of it back into short pass range on 3rd and 8. First down here ends it. 7 yards, probably going for it. 6 yards, probably going for it. 5 yards, not so sure. 6 yards, punting. Plenty of good linebackers to contain. It's a short pass. Peoples-Jones. Guess correctly. Is this game over? It is flushed. Needs 8. Gets 7. 4th and 1. Expect Cleveland to go for it here. Last time out used by Pittsburgh. We're going to see, I don't think Cleveland has any run blocking to help in a blocking back set. So we'll see too tight. We do, and it's a non-blitzing 3-4. On this 4th and 1. This is playoff berth on the line here. Linebuck Chubb. It's guessed wrong, and he gets it. 15 yards. No fumble. Ball game over. Cleveland will advance to the playoffs. 1 seed is Buffalo. 2 seed are the Chiefs. 3 seed are the Bengals. That's it. All right. Well, that's it for the playoffs and how they'll shake out in the AFC. Congratulations, Coach Dan. Well deserved. And we will see you on another broadcast in the playoffs, I'm sure. Until then.